Haiti ho. Yay, I figured out how to do it on my big one again. Okay, give me a minute, guys. I gotta go in and close out some shit. Because this poor dinosaur of a... Okay, come on. Alright. Motherfuckers are getting sprayed. Oh, don't tell me. Okay. I was trying to exit out of some of these because I know it can make it not play right. Okay. Anyway, took a bit of doing, but my poor dinosaur of a computer here is so old, to be honest, guys. This thing is like a dinosaur. Chris gave this one to me. This is my main big laptop, okay? Chris gave this to me because it was one that he had for himself, and he got a new one. He ended up bidding on two, I guess, from, I don't know if it was the same place or what, because he was just fooling around. He didn't think he was going to get lucky enough, to actually get both of them. He was just trying to get one. He wasn't trying to get two, but because he did, he gave one of them. And it was a real nice one to our daughter Brooke from the UK. But for her privacy and everything, I won't say her last name. I will just refer to her as Brooke from the UK. Poor Dears is going through some crap right now. I can certainly relate. Thank you, all of my new followers, even the ones I don't know about yet. Because sometimes I get lucky and I play around with my YouTube studio or whatever, and I figure out how to do some stuff. And then other times, not so much. It's like, oh no. So at least my hair is clean, but I had to put it back because it gets down on my face and that just bugs me. I don't like that. So, busy day today. Oh, Lord. Okay. Started at 9 o'clock in the morning. Norma came by, bless her, Normia, my sister, that lives downstairs in apartment C on the opposite side of the hall than me. Because up here, I'm on this side. Down there, she's on that side. So, bless her. She has been spending a lot of time with me the past few days because Chris is in the hospital again. And I know I've already mentioned that, but I can at least give an update. He seems to be doing okay. He seems to, as far as I know, they still got him on the IV antibiotics. And originally they were going to release him yesterday, Thursday. And then that didn't happen. And when I talked to him, he said they're going to keep me for a couple more days. They're going to run some more tests, and they're looking at releasing me Sunday sometime. And I'm like, okay, that gives me 3 days. Well, actually from Tuesday on. I say Monday because to me that's how long this has been going on, this latest thing with Chris. But he seems to be doing okay. He sounded like himself. He said our daughter Zephyr called him, so he got to talk to her a little bit, and I'm sure that made his day and hers. I did the right thing. I called her and let her know Dad's in the hospital again. If you can get up there to see him, great. If you can even call him or something for a minute, say, hey, Dad, how you doing? So I would rather them get everything done that they're going to want to get done so that he don't have to make multiple trips back. But, oh my God. So from 9 o'clock this morning, Norma is knocking on my door, Normia, my sister. And she, I was just getting up anyway, because I was getting up to use the bathroom. And then I looked at the time and realized, oh, it's my time for getting up anyway. So, okay, let's do this, right? So I got up, I had my pajamas on, We kind of chilled a little bit. We weren't in a rush today. I stopped time. Yay. Don't know for how long, but I remember at one point looking at the clock and it only said 11:25 and I thought it was much later. But then again, let's see. What is the time? 12:52. I got to keep an eye on my pot leaf clock on the wall behind over there. You can't see it, but I got it from Temu, and it was supposed to be a neon light up one, but they were sold out, so they just sent me some random, pot leaf clock to replace it, get something the equivalent of the one I wanted. So, well, we know which one is the popular one, right? So I went up to see Chris once. Me and Norma went to see him on the 3rd, I believe it was. And he was not himself. He didn't act like himself. Best way I can describe it is he looked so defeated, and I did not. I don't like seeing him that defeated. Just, oh my God, what have I done? What have I done to myself, right? Oh, my earrings keep getting stuck in my glasses. No, I am not stripping, so get your minds out of the gutter. I do have a sports bra on, but I'm trying to. I better do this out of camera shot because I don't want fucking YouTube giving me a bunch of crap. Well, that's partial nudity. You're not allowed to do that on here. Oh, so the scantily clad chickadees on here, it's perfectly okay for them to do it, huh? Is that what you're telling me? No, not buying it. Sorry. So, all right. I decided to wear this top, like straps that you just saw, because this is one of those tops that you can wear it, a couple different ways, right? So, this is the other way. So, it only gives it like a slightly kind of, sorry about the purple moon there. I still got my sense of humor, but there are some days, guys, when I'm a mess. Okay. Let's put it that way. And forgive me for if any of you actually have left comments and I just haven't seen them yet. But I definitely I've decided to, read through these, which originally I wasn't going to. I said I was going to stop at 6, but if YouTube complains about it, then I'll be like, okay, then I'll do it this way. Is this way okay? Or how about this way? Would this way work? But see, this top has the straps, so you can kind of wear the shirt down on your shoulders a little bit. And once I lose the weight, then thank you for my perfect weight, shape, and size. Thank you for my perfect weight, shape, and size. Thank you for my perfect weight, shape, and size. So, Miss Bernie, if you ever see this, bless you. Thank you truly for, however you did it, finding your way into my life. Please don't take offense to this. I do not consider this copyright infringement. I am not claiming that this is my stuff. I showed the front of your cover. I clearly showed your name. I hope this doesn't drop sales on you. If it does, I'll take full responsibility. Let me know, and I will try to pay it back some way. To Miss Bernie. I'm already following them. So if I'm doing anything wrong, YouTube, please let me know. Just don't chuck me off of here, because right now this is my life. This is all I have. And in the spirit of retraining my own brain and focal points to more positive stuff, it's definitely worth getting, and I hope that you guys will. And, just let's hope that they won't complain, because, I mean, to me, this is book club, okay? Now, I'm so far, this one I am trying to stick to, even though I'm bouncing all around, and, we're probably up to day 10 or more by now. You guys are probably on track, but I'm just all over the place. It's been a ride, you guys. Just let me say that. So let me get this read, and then we'll have more of our I call it Jimmy Jawing, where we're just, chewing the fat, or you know, talking about, hey, what's going on with you in your life, and things. Okay. Day 7, the magical way out of negativity. Whether it's a relationship in turmoil, financial pressure, a lack of health, or problems in a job, negative situations arise because of a lack of gratitude over a long period of time. If we are not grateful for each thing in our lives, we are unintentionally taking those things for granted. Taking things for granted is a major cause of negativity, because when we take things for granted, we are not giving thanks in return. And we stop the magic happening in our life. Just as giving thanks to others will always lead to our life magically increasing, so must taking things for granted always lead to our life decreasing. Are you grateful for your health when it's good? Or do you only notice your health when your body gets sick or hurts? Are you grateful for your job every day? Or do you only value your job when you hear there will be cutbacks? Are you grateful for your pay or salary every single time you receive it? Or do you take your pay or salary for granted? Are you grateful for your loved ones when everything is running smoothly? Or do you only talk to others about your loved ones when there are problems? Are you grateful for when your car is working well? Or do you only think of your car when it breaks down? See the pattern here? Are you grateful to be alive each day? Yes, absolutely. Or do you take your life for granted? Taking things for granted results in complaining, negative thoughts, and words. So when you complain, by the law of attraction, you must bring more things into your life to complain about. Makes sense, right? If you're complaining about the weather, the traffic, your boss, your spouse, your family, a friend, a stranger, waiting in line, bills, the economy, the cost of something, or the service of a company, you are not being grateful. And you're pushing your dream life further away with every complaint. Now you understand that complaining, negative thoughts, and words, and taking things for granted stops the good things in your life. Very true. I'm going through it right now. Now you understand that when something goes very wrong, you have unintentionally not been grateful enough. It's impossible to be negative when you're grateful. It's impossible to criticize and blame when you're grateful. It's impossible to feel sad or have any negative feeling when you're grateful. And the best news is that if you have any negative situations in your life currently, it won't take a long period of time to transform them with gratitude. The negative situations will disappear in a puff of smoke, just like magic. First, as difficult as it may be, you have to look for things to be grateful for in the negative situation. No matter how bad things are, you can always find something to be grateful for, especially when you know that your gratitude will magically transform every negative circumstance. Walt Disney, who knew about the true magic of life, showed us how to do this in his movie, Pollyanna. Disney's 1960 movie Pollyanna featured the Glad game. which had a profound effect on me when I was a child. I played the glad game featured in the movie through my childhood and adolescence. To play the glad game, you look for as many things as you can to be glad about, especially in a negative situation. Finding things to be glad about or finding things to be grateful for in a negative situation make the solutions appear. Walt Disney demonstrated the magical power of gratitude in Pollyanna, and thousands of years earlier, Buddha demonstrated the way to use the same magical power when he said, "Let us rise up and be thankful, for if we didn't learn a lot today, at least we learned a little. And if we didn't learn a little, at least we didn't get sick. And if we got sick, at least we didn't die. So let us all be thankful." Let Buddha's words be your inspiration. And today, take one problem or negative situation in your life that you most want to resolve and look for 10 things to be grateful for. I know it can be challenging to begin this practice, but Buddha is showing you the way to do it. Make a written list of 10 things on your computer or in your gratitude journal. As an example, your problem might be that you're out of work and desperate. Despite your best efforts, you're still unemployed. To magically turn this situation around, you have to do a concentrated practice of gratitude on the situation. Here are some examples of what you might say. Number one, I am so grateful to have had more time for my family during this period. Number two, I'm grateful that my life is in a lot better order because of the spare time I've had. Number three, I am grateful that I've had a job most of my life and that I am experienced. Number four, I am truly grateful that this is the first time I've been unemployed. Number five, I'm grateful that there are jobs out there and more new jobs are appearing each day. Number six, I am grateful for all the things I've learned in applying for jobs and in going for interviews. Number seven, I am grateful that I have my health and that I can work. Number eight, I'm grateful for my family's encouragement and support. Number nine, I'm grateful for the rest I've had because I needed it. Number 10, I'm grateful that through losing my job, I've realized how much having a job means to me. I had never realized that until now. As a result of the unemployed person's gratitude, they will attract different circumstances, and their current situation must and will magically change. The power of gratitude is greater than any negative situation, and there are unlimited ways that the negative situation can change. All you have to do is practice gratitude and watch the magic take place. Let's take another example. A son whose relationship with his father is troubled. The son feels that no matter what he does, it never seems to be good enough for his father. Number one, I am grateful that most of the relationships in my life are really good. Number two, I'm grateful to my father for working hard so that I would have the education that he didn't get to have. Number three, I'm grateful to my father for supporting our family. Come here, Kalika. Come here. Through my childhood, because I didn't, come on, have a clue then how much hard work and money it took to keep our family going. Number four, I'm grateful to my father for taking me to basketball every Saturday when I was a child. Number five, I'm grateful that my father is not as tough on me these days as he used to be in the past. Number six, I'm grateful that my father cares so much about me because he wouldn't be tough if he didn't care so much. Number seven, I'm grateful that through my relationship with my father, I have learned to have compassion and a greater understanding with my children. Number eight, I'm grateful to my father for showing me how important encouragement is in raising happy, confident children. Number nine, I'm really grateful when I get to laugh with my father. Some people never got to do that because they didn't have a father. And for others who have lost their father, they will never have the chance to laugh with their father again. Number 10, I am so truly grateful that I have my father, because amid the tough times, there have been good times, and there will be more good times ahead with my father. Now, this one, to give you a real life example, would be the perfect one for me to do about my dad. Because, quit! Leave each other alone, please. Don't make me come in there. My cats are being brats again. What else is new? For those of you that have been with me the longest, kudos. Love you guys. What's up? So, hope everybody's doing well. I am grateful for all the new followers. Even though I may not know who you are, I hope that I will sometime. I need to play around with the YouTube studio a little more and see what I can figure out how to do without Chris's help, because he's doing better, and that's what's really important. So, my father. Okay, most of you that know me, that have known me the longest, that I consider family, that have been a friend to me long enough, I consider them family. Okay, like my daughter Brooke in the UK. That poor dear has 3 beautiful boys, 2 of which are autistic. The oldest is not, thank goddess, but she gets like the whole left side of her body goes numb, and it's some kind of serious, illness or whatever that can kill you, I imagine. It sounds pretty horrible, but something happened that she had to get put in the facility of sorts to get some therapy. So I hope she's doing okay. I hope the boys are okay. But my father, okay, let me see. Let me see if I can do this. Okay. I am grateful to my father for giving me and my 2 siblings the same exact amount of money when he passed, and the $1,000 extra that we got blessed with, thanks to Ron, who, is deceased as well, but, love the guy. He's still my brother-in-law. He claims, I guess I married the wrong sister, and he was a Cancer. That was his zodiac sign. So him and I would have probably hit it off like perfect. But anyway, that's water under the bridge. And he did try to love Naomi. We all did. But my dad, I am grateful for the money that he gave us. I'm grateful for the fact that he cared enough about us that the only way he could think to make amends was to set up a inheritance for all 3 of us kids. I am grateful for my sister Naomi and her husband Ron, that when they came over and told me my dad was gone. And even though I was very saddened by that, because I would have loved to have gone to his funeral, to pay my respects. But I was 8 months pregnant, guys, and it was not safe for me to travel. I am grateful for the fact that in the end, my dad did try to make right all the wrong that he had done. I am grateful for my father in the sense that he helped to bring me into the world. I am grateful for my father and, the time that I did get to spend with him, which was I think it was only like, I want to say 3, maybe 4 times, but each time I was a teenager. First time I went, it was me, Naomi, and Ron, I believe, or was it John Crawford? I know one of them was Ron, one of them was John. Was there anybody else that she was with? Maybe it was only 2. It's been so long ago. Shit. I just remember I was a teenager. Anyway, so, this would be a good exercise, what I'm getting at, for me to do, and I will work on it more tomorrow, but I just wanted to give you guys a nice example. Okay. As a result of the son's heartfelt feelings of gratitude for his father, he will change their relationship for the better. The son changed the way he thinks and feels about his father, which immediately changes what he attracts from his father. Even though the son was being grateful in his mind, At an energetic and quantum level, the son's gratitude will have a magical effect on his relationship with his father. All right, where you at? These fucking bugs, I swear to God, they're just fucking ridiculous. Help, somebody, please. I'm tired of getting eaten alive. Okay. Grateful in his mind at an energetic and quantum level, the son's gratitude will have a magical effect on his relationship with his father, provided he maintains his gratitude. By the law of attraction, the son must receive far better circumstances with his father, and their relationship must begin to improve immediately. Remember, you can tell your gratitude is working by the way that you feel. You should feel a lot better about the situation after practicing gratitude. The first evidence of gratitude's magical power working is your feelings lifting. So when you do feel better about it and know the situation will improve and the solutions will appear, the answer to any negative situation you want to resolve is to focus concentrated gratitude on it until you feel better inside. Then you will see the magic work, its wonder in the outside world. In making your written list, make sure you list each of the 10 things you're grateful for in the following way. Fucking thing's biting me up here now. Hang on. I swear, I am so sick of being their personal fucking blood bank. I am so grateful for, and then you put what you're grateful for, or I am truly grateful for. And finish the sentence with what you're grateful for. You can also use Walt Disney's way of using gratitude's magical power if you find it easier. I am so glad that, and then you write what you're glad about. And finish the sentence with what you're glad about. Once you've listed 10 things you're grateful for, finish the magic way out of negativity practice by writing thank you, thank you, thank you for the perfect resolution. And just for today, see if you can get through one day without saying anything negative. It may be a challenge, but see if you can make it through one day. There is an important reason to do this, because most of us have no idea how much we speak negatively. But you'll have an idea after watching your words for a day. Remember that negativity and complaint bring more of those things. And if you're aware of what you're saying, you can stop and decide if you want the consequences of what you're about to say. Here is a magic lifeline you can use if you notice yourself thinking or saying something negative. Stop immediately and say, but I have to say that I am really grateful for, and then write something or say something you're truly grateful for. Finish the rest of the sentence with something, anything that you're grateful for. Take this magic lifeline with you and grab a hold of it whenever you need it. And if any little problem or situation appears in the future, remember to put out the embers with gratitude before it grows into a fire. At the same time, you will ignite the magic in your life. Okay. Now, number 8, the magic ingredient. Okay. I am going to do one of these each day until I catch up, because I think I did, let me see, I think I did 9. Money magnet, and what was 10? Magic dust for everyone. So I'm pretty sure we probably are up to 10, but like I said, it's an experimental thing. I'm also kind of training myself for when I start some support groups in the library, and that is one of the things that I'm going to find out about tomorrow when me and my beautiful sister Normia go to the library, because we have some running we got to go out and do, and I'm gonna have her help me with some stuff here, so we're both not just sitting around on like a bump on a log. We're getting stuff done. Let's take a break here and let your lovely little brains absorb all that. I mean, yeah, at first I can see where it can be overwhelming, Okay, why won't this thing go away? It should. I give up. This stupid thing. Not the computer, the freaking gaming thing, the gaming window, just it refuses to load, probably because I'm already doing this. The first time I heard about um or rather I think I was going with the first time I read the first secret book, okay? The secret summaries of each chapter, which I do have a copy of, and anytime you guys want me to reread them, please let me know. But please, 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 and I know I'm probably driving you guys crazy, but this is really important to me, and I'll try not to say it too much, but if I do, forgive me. I'm not trying to agitate anyone. I'm not trying to pressure anyone, but it would be nice to know that I have some friends and people that I don't know yet that are willing to, hey, you know what? I'm not doing anything today. Let's see what this can do, you know. But just like with anything, you have to give it 100%. You got to believe. You got to be willing to try some stuff. You got to prepare yourself for the very real possibility that, you know, some people are going to be just downright rude, criticizing, judgmental. It's not for us to be any of those things, guys. You know, um, we're good people. Everybody has a good side, I believe. Everybody has a bad side. What side you choose to nurture is who you truly are. It defines you, okay? When I did the secret summaries, after I read the first chapter of The Secret, I remember going, huh, that's interesting. And then I read the summaries. I'm like, huh, I think I'm going to write these down. And I ended up putting them on a digital recorder. Now I have two. I'm so thrilled. Um, you know, and I might just for fun, I might just decide at some point, this is my DR60. I know you guys can't see it, it's too far away, but I'll show it up close later. I've got my little earbuds in it right now. I was testing it out, and you know, Chris, I had it on and I had it running. Chris didn't even know that I had it on and had it running. Okay, so that's when you catch the fun stuff. Okay, so what I'm gonna plan on doing is it doesn't matter which one I use, but if it's the DR60, all the better. My newest one, my little purple guy here. Let me take this out so I can show this to you guys because I know you're all curious. And I got this for $18.99 on Amazon. See, just a little tiny purple. It's like a light purple, and I keep the charging cord on with it because the minute I take it off, I'll lose the damn thing and I won't be able to charge it. I'll be like, no, I just got it. No fair. But when I was a kid, not to change the subject because I know I bounce around a lot. I'm sorry, but anyway, let me redo. Okay, part of the risk of a YouTuber like myself is you're not always going to please everybody. You know, you're going to have people that are going to be critical. You're going to have people that are going to make fun. You're going to have people that are just downright rude and mean, you know, for no reason. And it's like, look, if you're here to be entertained, then just, you know, there's how many YouTube channels out there? Don't bother me with your negativity. Just don't, okay? Because you know you've got to balance yourself out. You've got to find, you know, a different one each day. At least do a different one each day. Just like follow along with me and do it, okay? Um, Believe me, it's worth it. And you guys, you're getting this information for free. And that's why I keep asking, you know, please buy the book at some point. Get one from the library, even if you can. Find some copies at half price books, you know. Let's see, how much was this? If the price is even still listed. Sometimes I can figure, okay. $12.99. This is $12.99 for this particular one of the Secret series. And if you get this book, this very book from Half Price Books, one near you, or order it through the mail, whatever you got to do, You would get this for like $6 and something. Half price books, get it? So whatever the original price of the book is, you can get it for half that price. Now, think about some of the things that you have an interest in, some of the things you've always wanted to learn how to do, you've always wanted to try your hand at, but you never got the right support. Okay. Well, this is sort of my take on things. I do random things because sometimes in this journey of exploration, finding your niche, you're going to stumble across things that people like, that you're like, "Oh wow, you like that? Okay, that's surprising." But I'll make notes and then I'll try to incorporate that more in my live streams. Um, so this exercise 7, I will definitely do here soon and start using it for when I'm feeling negative about my dad, or when I'm talking about, going back and reliving and reopening the wounds of past deeds. It's like, he's dead. He's, no offense to him, but he knows where I'm coming from. I mean, yeah, am I angry? You're damn straight I'm angry. He really fucked us over. He was not a good dad. He was, but he could have been better when, instead of the negative things that ended up happening. But in the end, he did come through, and, he gave us all the inheritance, and we ended up getting the bonus of 1,000 more. So we all three got $9,878 inheritance. My brother, I remember, swore up and down that he was going to fill our mother's cabinets with food. He didn't do a damn thing. He didn't put a single thing, grocery or anything in there like he promised. My sister, Naomi, tried to talk me into putting my money in her account. And I'm like, no, 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 don't think so, bitch. You got yours. You blow through it how you see fit. I'll blow through mine how I see fit. I was 21, guys. Okay. I had just had my oldest, Michael, and I had to provide for him, didn't I? I had to give him diapers. I had to keep him in formula. I had to keep him in baby food, toys, movies, games, clothes, Um, and I tried to be sensible. I tried to be reasonable. But man, I'll tell you what, that boy was a bear. Getting him up in the morning when he was still going to school. And I felt so horrible when I would have to put him in clothes that obviously didn't fit him, that fit him too snugly, but that was all we had at the time. Because see, living in Marysville, they don't have anything there like a Charity Newsies that I recall. And so if we would have had a Charity Newsies somewhere there, I would have definitely gotten some stuff that way. But as it were, we had department stores. You might get lucky and you might find a discount store every once in a great while, but who knows? I mean, you just got to shop around. You got to see what's out there. There's a lot of, different types of businesses and stores that are just firing up, left and right. So anyway, sorry for digging my head, but it's just like this, not really nervous habit. It's just like a habit that, because I've always had dandruff issues. So it's like, so yeah, I will definitely, it's going to be out of sync, but that's okay. It's important. I feel like now is the time. And I learned to trust in that. Okay. Enough of that hogwash. How about, oh, I found one I forgot. Oopie, oopie, oopie. Boop. Um, do I still love my sister, Naomi? Absolutely. Would I like to make amends with her? Yes and no. Because she is still my sister, regardless of how horrible she is. Um, she, according to her, she got the worst, from dad. Okay. Now, I was a baby at the time, so it wouldn't be right for me to turn around and go, oh, yeah, I know everything. No, I don't know shit, unless mom decides it's time for me to sit down and learn, the truth about why things were the way they were. And yeah, it's quite the conundrum, I guess is a good way to put it. Now, according to my mom, when him and my mom were young, before the kids started coming along, it was just him and her, and that made him perfectly happy. He could care less if he ever had kids. Because of how abusive he was to us, it's hard to forgive that. It's hard to get over the fact that your dad was that messed up, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, But on to some positives, shall we? Okay, where did I leave off? Okay, we are in September 5th now. Uh-oh. Oh, you guys are going to get a kick out of this one. The scarlet letter spell. When you mail a job resume or other important document, you want your letter to be noticed. Apart from using a colored envelope or big commemorative stamp, what can you do? Well, you can get some powdered ginseng. It comes as an herbal supplement at health food stores. Then cast a circle and light a red candle. If possible, play some trumpet music or anything lively with lots of brass and drums. Dust the ginseng lightly over your envelope and visualize the envelope glowing a brilliant red. Pass the envelope over the candle several times, not close enough to scorch it or get smoke on it, and chant, "Crimson and gules, scarlet and red," or gules, Gules, incarnadined letter, seen clear and red. Mail your letter as soon as possible. The energy charge will draw attention to your letter. Crimson and gules, scarlet and red, incarnadined letter, seen clear and red. That's interesting. So yeah, if you guys want to try that, absolutely. I would definitely recommend it. Okay. Guess what tomorrow is? Virgo energy spell. Ooh. I'll try to get on here tomorrow, guys, but this witchy, crazy shit going on. I don't know what's going to happen 1 minute from the next. Some days I can psychically pick up on it. Other days I'm like, huh? Righty. Here we go. September 5th. Vampires. Ooh. My vampires will like this one. We are all used to the image of the black-clad, blood-sucking vampire who can be kept at bay with a crucifix, some garlic, and sunlight. These are the vampires of fiction. But there are real-life vampires. They include those people whose company, however pleasant, is physically, emotionally, and spiritually draining, as well as those who are forever making demands on your time, energy, and personal resources. The former are psychic vampires and are often quite unconscious of the effect they have on those around them. The latter are users and are generally typified by a poor little me attitude to life and the world. Now, obviously, you could simply avoid both types, but if, like me, you have a good friend who is an unintentional psychic vampire, or if it's a family member or someone you work with, then you need to take other steps to protect yourself. Try to ensure that you can limit the time you spend in close proximity to the person concerned, or at least that you know when you will be able to escape. This has the effect of giving your subconscious a promise of a break from the barrage. Before going into their vicinity, draw an invoking pentagram over your head and visualize its protection folding around you. Sorry, excuse me. Carry or wear a piece of smoky quartz, which will both act as a defense against your energies being drained and draw off the energies surrounding the person. Lastly, practice learning to say no to people who prefer to have others run around after them all the time. No one human can be everything to everyone all the time. Hi. That, in a nutshell, is why I am always so exhausted, so drained, a solid week of one thing after another going on, and it's crazy. Okay, fifth, whoops, too far. Labor Day, United States. Ka ble ju le hot. KA-BLEI-JEW-LEI-HAT. Themes: work, rest, recreation, prosperity. Symbols: all the tools of your trade. About Kabla Julahat, the Assam goddess of the marketplace and merchants, takes a much deserved rest from her labor today and focuses on rewarding tasks that have been well done throughout the last 8 months. To do today. For most folks in the United States, Labor Day represents a long weekend without normal workday activities. From a magical perspective, this holiday offers us a chance to thank Kabla Julaha for our jobs, which keep a roof over our head and food on the table, and ask for her blessing on the tools we use regularly. A secretary might empower his or her pen and stenopad. A musician can charge his or her instrument. A shopkeeper might anoint the cash register. A book clerk might burn a specially chosen incense near goddess-centered books and in the business section, and so forth. Some potential herbal tinctures and oils to use for inspiring Kabla Julehas prosperity and watchfulness include cinnamon, clove, ginger, mint, orange, and pine. To partake of the goddess's abundance by energizing your skills with her magic, blend all of these except pine into a tea. This goddess can help with job searches too. Just tell her your need, then review the newspaper to see what companies catch your eye. Then get on the phone or get the resume out so Kabla Julehat can open that doorway. And you know what? That is exactly what I am going to do. Again, I may not do it right now, tonight, or this morning rather, because this is the witching hour. It's like 1:35. Okay. So hail and welcome, the goddess of the day. Forgive me for not trying to pronounce your name. It is kind of a tongue tangler. Kable Jula Hot. I need to write that down on probably, what do you guys think? Notebook paper would be best? Yeah, I think I better do that. Okay. Because I need to learn to start saying these names, proper anyway. So, hey, here, let's do this. Well, yeah, I've almost got this book completely filled up. Oh, that is crazy. Oh my, oh my, oh my. Okie dokie. Oh, don't tell me. Are you serious? That's the last 2 pages. Oh, wow. See, I went through a whole one subject notebook. How many sheets? 70 sheets in a couple weeks or a couple days or something or another. Okay. So, green. Yeah, let's do the dark green. And then I can always do the light green some other time. Okay. All right. Okay, this is 9/6/25. Or sorry. That was 9/5/25. Wait, no, it's not. It's the 6th. It's the, oh boy. Virgin of Remedies, Mexico. Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead with this one, even though because today I'm pretty sure is the 6th now, right? Friday, September 5th. Oh no. Okay. Duh. I'm a goofbutt. Okay. Goddess of the day. Ka. Elei. Okay. Kabla Julehat. That is a beautiful name. I really do love it. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. I'm not going to worry about the what to do today because you can always pause, go back in this live stream and find that particular information and write it if you like. I'm not going to worry about putting the spells of the day on here necessarily. I mean, I suppose I could because that's the beauty about marking the page. Okay. Yep, this is the 5th. Vampires. Okay. Spell of the day. Real Witch's Year. Kate West. Vampires. Um, so, like, as far as I know, I've got. I want to be fair about this. My Victorian vampire ancestor was it Bess? That I saw a documentary about once. Don't remember what channel. Don't remember if me and Chris watched it together or not. But when I was introduced to Creepy Hollows, which is a very real online, witchy website. All right, let me write. Oh, get out, Roach. Oh, see, I went too far ahead. Virgo energy spell. Okay. The Scarlet Letter spell. Just to remind myself of some to do today, maybe. But it's at least for a while. I mean, because I've only got 3 more days, guys. And Dodo Head will be back. Chris, supposedly. Okay. Notice I'm using a color envelope. We're going to some powdered ginseng. Okay. Powdered ginseng. Cast a circle. And light a red candle. I can possibly play trumpet music. Anything lively with lots of brass or drums. Dust. Ginseng. Lightly over your envelope. Well, I figure if I take the time to write it down, it'll inspire me to do it. Look. Visualize envelope. Envelope. Glowing brilliant red. Pass the envelope over the candle several times. Okay. Hang on. Pass the envelope. I'm going to stop there because, guys, I didn't mean to accidentally start writing the spell. But, I'm trying to encourage myself to do enough of it that it's like, oh, well, I got to finish that. I can't leave it like that, But, yeah, I'd like to honor my vampires because I love them dearly. They came to me. They felt most connected with my energy. They have been a true blessing. And this is all the more reason why I want to, continue doing this witchy book club. Because I read different books. Some of them I read all the way through, some of them bits and pieces. Because if you focus on one type of thing too much, then it's going to get stagnant, stale. People are going to be bored with it and they're going to be like, oh, why don't you change it up a bit? You're boring now. Like me saying, blessed be my moon children. How are you all doing today, my moon children? I still haven't even gotten around to doing anything with my Coven Moon dance, which I want to. I want to reinvent it. I want to, and in the spirit of the secret books, forgive and think of, 10 things that I like about the short time we were together and the different members of the coven that, even though everybody kind of split and went their separate ways, a few of them hung around, but the ups and downs of life, the roller coaster of life is just, sometimes you just want to just get off the damn thing and, rest and not have to do anything. Um, but, uh, I am grateful for instance, the blessing of meeting new witches every day. I hope that I get to speak with the one at the hospital again. So I'm just definitely going to have to pay another visit up there to see Chris. Maybe on the weekend, maybe I'll go Saturday or something. We'll see. But I know me, by the time my chiropractic appointment is over, Friday, today, actually, at 4 o'clock, I am not going to want to be driving all the way up to OSU campus to the James and the cancer ward and, all the luxuries of, oh, is that how you get treated like royalty in this place? Well, just let me go out and smoke a pack of cigarettes and get cancer. I love to teach. I believe it's part of my destiny as a witch, as a spiritual person. Um, you know, I've definitely been through my share of craziness for sure, but I'm still here, right? I'm still going strong. I'm still, getting through each day because that's all you can do, one day at a time. And because of it, I have to take breaks sometimes. I've got so many laptops right now, it's not even funny. I need to see about my last 2-in-1 before the one I have, which is right here, this one, the Lenovo. I'm going to take that one over to the pawn shop, have them look it over, and say, hey, do you think you could sell me this for, what do you think it's worth? Is it even worth anything? Could I get $20 for it? Because I'm not coming back for it. I've got enough computers. I have my blue tablet, which is this one. Which I believed to be an 8-inch screen. Let's test that theory. I spent money on 2 different cases, and I'll show you what they look like. Okay, how tall are you? Okay, gotta go up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. Yeah, I mean, if I'm looking at this ruler right, it literally is. It's a little past the 8 on this ruler, and so 8 inches. It is in fact 8 inches. Wait, let me see this. Okay. No, I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it. But anyway, so what I'm going to do is, because I don't know what else to do at this point, I am going to have to take my lovely little buddy here to, is it Circuit City? It's like the main computer store that me and Chris go to. But it's quite a ways. It's like all the way up there to the Tropical Trends and Carrick Place where our daughter Zephyr used to live. I use this mostly for book reading. Now I do have some games on here and stuff, and I do try to remind myself to, charge it once in a while. I try not to leave it on if, I've decided I'm only going to, read for a short while, and then I'm going to give my eyes a break because, that is a lot of eye strain. So that's also why you should look away from the computer screen once in a while. So anyway, take that over, sell it, see if I can get at least $20 out of it. It's like, man, I need it for gas. My old man's in the hospital. I promised him I would come and see him today, Um, my brain's going a mile a minute here. Trying to stay focused on one topic instead of bouncing off to 3 million and losing everybody, including myself. Like, what the hell was I talking about a minute ago? Okay, so back to the secret books. The only one new that I have from the series that I have not read yet, and I am so very anxious to read, is called Hero. Now, if we think about that for a minute or two, what would you describe a hero to be like? Someone that comes to save the day, that good friend that gives you a shoulder to cry on when you need it, that has been helping you for the past week keep your litter box cleaned out, spent the entire day with you. I mean, that is precious. It's absolutely precious. And I can understand the value of that, and why a big part of the reason why I know my mom, bless her, she likes me coming over there more than I can, uh, and it seems like I have to explain that to her like every single time, that I go to see her, and I'm like, oh no, here we go. Mom, how many times do I have to tell you this? It's old people syndrome. No offense to any of my elders. I love you all. You've been here before us. You know a lot more than we do. We're just babes in Toyland or whatever, just stumbling and fumbling along, trying to find our way, until I can start getting the proper tools that I need and the proper skills and training, as cost effective as I can find it. Rather, that means going to the library, getting some books, downloading them on my Kindle Fire tablet, because that's what that blue one is. I also have a pinky one that I call Pinky, that has it's got a stand you can set up. It has a keyboard attached to it, or you can use it as a tablet. And it has a mouse too. It has a wireless mouse. I need to find where I put it again, because it definitely would probably come in handy when I'm having issues with my blue one, or to give my blue one a rest, but I am meeting more new witches, and I'm grateful for every one of them that I have met, because I'm just here to help and to guide if I can, help other witches, find their path. And sometimes the only way you're going to find your true path, guys, is you got to try some stuff. But I will be the first to say I would never recommend messing around with black magic, because it is literally just not worth the price you pay for. You might get what you want. You might get that person that you just can't live without. But how long do you think you guys are realistically going to be together before everything goes to hell in a handbasket? And you're like, oh shit, what have I gotten myself into? 18 years later, you're struggling even more now to keep your self-confidence up, keep your self-esteem up. Please tell me he didn't bother any of my quarters. God, I hope not. Positivity, positive attitude. It goes on and on. Sometimes if I feel up to it when I'm on here, I will do cards. And then other times I'm just like, guys, I'm sorry, but I'll try not to make this live too boring, but I just don't have the energy. I just don't. Give me a few minutes. Maybe by talking about something, something will inspire me to do it. But anyway, So this book is, this series is really helpful. And I remember the very last chapter, the very last assignment thing they did in here is take the magic with you. Gratitude is the answer. The magic never ends. By the time I got to literally the last assignment of the 28 days, trying to find a certain thing that I'm looking for. It was a statement that was made, and it said that, the person that most, now that you've done this 28 days of gratitude, the person that deserves gratitude the most is you. But no spoilers. Just keep watching. I'm trying to keep up my end of the deal, guys. I really am. I will read another one to you each day, and I guess now that it's officially in to, what was this one? Oh, magic ingredient. Reading that one out loud, and then money magnet. Okay, let's see what. Okay, magic dust, everyone. I can't wait to do that one because if I remember right, that one's one of my favorites. Magic practice number 10. So I think that's about where we are now. But I've had a talk with my spirit friends, my spirit family, and they're like, yeah, just read each one each day until you're caught up to, in this case, number 10, which I can do the. Where is it? Okay. Magic dust, everyone. Okay. As usual, first and foremost, number 1, count your blessings. Make a list of 10 blessings. Write why you're grateful. Reread your list, and at the end of each blessing, say, thank you, thank you, thank you, and feel as grateful for that blessing as you can. Number 2, today, sprinkle magic dust on 10 people who perform services you benefit from. By thanking them directly or otherwise by mentally acknowledging and thanking them, feel grateful to them for the service they perform. Number 3, just before you go to sleep tonight, hold your magic rock in one hand and say the magic words, thank you for the best thing that happened during the day. Number 4, read through tomorrow's practice today because the practice for day 11 begins when you first wake up. But yeah, it's a commitment. Okay. I highly recommend it to just about anybody and everybody that really truly wants to get down to the nitty gritty of what it's really all about. Okay. I don't know if I'm going to have the energy to do it tonight or not, but I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to do. That is just another thing on my witchy list of, oh yeah, how long have I been wanting to do that? Oh, I know. I'll be right back. Spirits, feel free to do any manifestations, sound or visual that you like on there. Nothing frightening though, nothing startling, nothing like, oh my God, what was that? No boogeyman pictures. Okay. Okay, sorry about that, guys. I hope the spirits kept you all entertained. Sorry for the purple moon again. Oh, crap. And see, if Chris was here right now, he would be crap. I gotta move these incense. But where to move them? From there. Oh, this is my water. Right. Okay. Had to visit the loo. But as I promised, this is the Living Wicca book. It's by Scott Cunningham. I will try to read at least a chapter, maybe two from this. And my big red solitary witch book by Silver Ravenwolf. Okay. Now, what am I looking for? In bulk? Nope. Spring equinox. Did I do spring? Must have. This is one of my oldest business cards. Beltane. Did I do Beltane? I can't remember. Because that would have been April 30th. Okay. Beltane May Day. Midsummer. No, we're in Maybon. Here we go. This is the month, my moon children of Maybon. Other names: Harvest Home, Alban Elude Mean Famhair. Date September 20th, 21st, or 22nd, depending upon calendar. Sun is at 1 degree Libra. Meaning of the word: divine youth. Primary focus: second harvest. Offering of vegetable and fruit harvest. Corn festival. Age of holiday 3000 BC or older. Popular mythos: death of the harvest lord, although some attribute this to Samhain, king and queen of the harvest. Astrological sign: 1 degree Libra, air cardinal. Planetary ruler: Venus. Maybon is the second of the 3 harvest festivals, concentrating on the fruits and vegetables as opposed to the grains of the first harvest. A 17th century poet, Robert Herrick, in The Hawk Cart or Harvest Home, depicts the cart carrying the last load from the fields, dressed up with all the country art, and followed by adults crowned with ears of corn and a whooping group of children, accompanied by a piper playing a harvest home song. Some bless the cart, some kiss the sheaves, some prank them up with oaken leaves. All the world over, great reverence has always been paid to the last sheaf of corn to be cut on the harvest field, which was believed to embody the spirit of the corn. To ensure good harvests it was necessary to keep this spirit alive. And thus the sheaf became the center of a remarkable ritual which, in spite of its pagan character, has persisted in many countries, notably in Scotland. Corn dollies and other talismans and amulets were fashioned at this time in the hope that the family would be blessed with good fortune. The last sheaf of corn was not necessarily made to look like a human being. Braided or bound wreaths, brooms, and other handicraft objects were also made. There is one thing for certain in the mind of the modern Wiccan. The Corn Mother has always ruled Mabon, whether she is Demeter, Bride, the Kalik, or Magdine Buana. Magical ideas for your Mabon Sabbath ritual. Now, this is only the 5th, so you've got a few weeks to get things together if you want to try to do some kind of a ceremony. Dip leaves in paraffin. Ooh, that'd be fun. And use in your ritual. Bless them and give as gifts. Make a corn dolly. Can't wait. Perform your ritual in a harvested field. Well, if I can. Visit a local orchard to find deity offerings. I don't know of an orchard anywhere near me. Thank a field for rendering its harvest. Now I could probably do that. Mabon invocation. Mabon brings the scent of autumn, golden glow, and sun's soft kiss. Magic swirls and eddies onward. Season's end demands all this. The wheel is turning, ever forward, calling for your act of closure. Fill the cauldron, light the fire, cast the magic ever higher. Find the laughter, make ye merry, touch the harvest of our mother. Libra brings an air of beauty, greeting all with harvest lore. Listen closely, wisdom's duty, look within to find the door. Repeat second stanza. The fruits are heavy on the trees, yellow, gold, and orange leaves, nature's show of alchemy, ever clear to you and me. Repeat second stanza. So, second stanza. Let's see. So that's pretty much it for Mabon. I'm trying to think. I think Luna Saw, which was August, was the last one I did out of here. Let me go back and see. Yule. No, this is all the way back to Yule. Okay. In bulk, Candlemas, Ostara. Did I do Ostara? The spring equinox. Ostara. Beltane. Midsummer. Lammas, Lunasaw. So, okay. Let me go back, and because I can't remember if I did Lunasaw or not, I think that was the one that I meant to do on August 1st, because that's when I prefer to do it. Now, it doesn't mean that doing it on a certain day is gonna, like if you don't do it on one of the days mentioned, is it still considered that ritual, that holiday? Yes. Make the most of it. Make it what you want it to be. And as you know, Mabon, or Lunasaw rather, Lammas or Lunasaw is, can't remember if it's one of the harvests or not. So I will put a marker there. Oh no, I'm knocking stuff over. I hate klutzy days. Well, I think the antacid is helping. Just to catch up, because I haven't been able to do this in so long, and I am so thrilled. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful for the fact that my oldest laptop is still working. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Help me utilize it well. Help guide me to the settings, and the things that I can get rid of. Help me remember how to get my stuff off of my recorder here. Help me remember where my bag is that has my Canon camera in it, so I can start taking that around and, using it, even if I just carry that small case, because I've got my Canon in there and something else. I can't remember. Like some disc cameras or something I got, or some kind of camera that you were supposed to be able to take pictures with, but it turned out that I wasn't able to. I think what ended up happening on Lunasaw was, let's see, August 1st. Okay, June, July, August. So July, there's no June, there's summer solstice. I'm pretty sure I stopped at Lunasaw. So what I'll do is the next few days I will focus on getting that caught up. Okay. Ouch. I try to rearrange this stuff and move shit because it doesn't take long for an area to become a clusterfuck. And that I do not like. Okay, let me see if I can find my Canon. Did I put it in here? I hope so. Otherwise, it means it's buried. Wait, is that? Oh, that's my video camera. I keep forgetting I have a video camera. Holy crap. Okay. Apparently, I have once again misplaced, bloody hell. Oh, bother. My small camera bag that has my Canon in it. All right, Janet, don't get yourself worked up, love. I guess that's gonna have to wait then. Lovely. Oh. One thing I definitely hate is when I misplace stuff. Like, oh crap, where did I put that? Okay, there's my containers. Here's my other camera bag. Did I put it in there maybe? I don't think I did. Doesn't feel like it's in there. I've got to get these containers back in the kitchen. Oh crap. Because me and Norma weren't sure how many that we were going to have to take to fit all the cake in. So we took 7 of the deepest ones I had. And I will say that Norma did a bang-up job. She did a good job of getting them in like 4 of the 7 containers. Oh, it's probably buried over here somewhere, but I don't have the energy to look for it right now. But when I do find it, I will definitely, golly, get the pictures off of it. Ay. Okay. I don't know what kind of incense this is, but I need a safe place I can burn it. Or maybe just leave it, worry about it another day. But the idea is I try to keep a nice variety of, witchy things on here. Again, supernatural, paranormal, psychic related, creepy hollows. I am a POTC after all, practitioner of the craft, or I call it POTSY. Have been practitioner of the craft for, I'm pretty sure it's been around about like 32 years or something by now, because it started in 83, I believe, the year of my 13th birthday. That's when I came into my power, and that was what started me on the journey and on the road of, oh wow, I'm a witch. Cool, now what? How do I utilize this magic power? How do I, help me, gods, remember to focus on and remember how to download my come on now. Don't be getting clogged on me already. Sorry, see, I lost my train of thought again. I will, now that I brought the red book out, I will definitely try to catch up, and starting with Lunasa and working my way forward, do a different ceremony and holiday each day up to Mabon, which is this month, but not until the 21st, because the 21st is when I acknowledge it. Okay. What is this? Oh, that was the lighter I was looking for. How about that? Think before you spend, Janet. Think before you spend. Now, what I really like about the hang on, let me get loaded up here. I had to take duct tape and reshell or skin or sleeve or whatever you want to call it. This was the little cigarette looking thing that comes in the dugouts. But because the holes, especially the hole that you draw from, it's so super tiny that it does not take long for this thing to get clogged. I mean, like majorly clogged to where you're like, and you can't you can't get any air. So if you can't get any air, then you're wasting your bud, your flower, and your lighter fluid and everything trying to hit something that's too clogged to hit. So I got this brilliant idea after taking one of these and losing all that lovely resin on the tip there, because it is not safe to use a fiber style bristle brush, bottle cleaner, pipe cleaner, whatever you want to call it. Me and Chris got a whole set of them, and they're different sizes. Just trying to push it through one end of this thing was like damn near impossible. And then once I finally succeeded in that, then I would push it through the other one. It was really hard to pull that thing back out. This stuff is like glue. Some of this resin is so sticky, ooey gooey. It's literally like fucking glue, and it don't take it long to clog shit. So I got this brilliant idea. Okay, what haven't I tried? Ding, 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 ding. Stick it in boiling water. Well, it worked, but it did something to a favorite saucepan of ours that I sadly am going to have to waste all the resin that the water boiled into the pan, because I let the damn thing boil dry like a dum-dum. Because me and Normia were spending time together. My brother called, and he is such a needy person right now, and I get it. I get that because of his particular birth sign and everything, they don't like to be isolated. If they stay isolated for too long and they don't have some kind of social activity, even if it's just talking to somebody on the phone, then it's like, I don't want my brother to give up the will to live. And when he starts talking things like unaliving himself and whatnot, I don't like that, and I wish that he would stop. But I understand kind of sort of where he's coming from. I'm not saying that it's right that he should do it. Goodness no. But I have certainly been there myself. So living Wicca is, it helps you to incorporate daily ritualistic, magical little things. So, feel free to see what you can come up with, let your imagination roam a bit. And you'd be surprised. And I have a family Wicca. I think I bought the family Wicca book. I'll have to download it on my tablet if I got enough room, but I need to figure out how to get some books off my tablet that I did not even put on there. So for now, I will read Living Wicca. Like I said, I don't know, depending on how many pages each chapter is, I might only be able to crank out one chapter, and then I'm going to be getting too tired to read much more for the night. Tools of learning. Members of covens have access to teachers. Hi, I'm a teacher. Attend learning circles and can enjoy the experience of other Wiccans in guiding and enriching their Wiccan knowledge. Solitary Wiccans lack all of these opportunities. What then are our tools of learning? We must be creative. Self-teaching is a great challenge, but it can be accomplished through the use of 4 tools: study, thought, prayer, experimentation. The use of these tools is the most effective method by which solitary Wiccans can increase their knowledge and understanding of Wicca. This 4-fold approach may answer nearly every question you have if you're willing to trust yourself, if you're willing to think, and if you're not caught up in worrying that you're doing something incorrectly. There's no one correct method of casting a circle, of invoking the goddess and god, of ritually observing the seasons, or performing Wiccan magic. The fact that these are numerous methods of casting circles, invoking the goddess and god, and observing the seasons points to the unique opportunity that lies in the wait for the solitary Wiccan. To discover new forms of worship that others conditioned to accept only certain avenues of Wiccan expression may have missed. How can you do this? By studying, thinking, praying, and experimenting. Study. Books have always been tools of magic. With the turn of a page, we can be transported to the bottom of the ocean, to the limitless desert, to the surface of the moon. Books can lift our spirits, heal our wounds, steel our courage, and strengthen our religious resolve. They can also arouse our curiosity, sharpen our minds, teach us new skills, and alter our opinions. Books are powerful tools of change. Many people first learn of Wiccan through reading books, and most use books to guide their first steps on the Wiccan path. I did. Such books, if written in a clear manner by experienced Wiccans, Scott Cunningham, can be valuable learning tools. Quality books of this kind become their readers' high priestess and high priest, coveners, and friends. Indeed, due to the scarcity of those willing to teach Wicca and the small number of students that they can effectively instruct, we've thrown the mantle of experience and authority around books written by Wiccan authors. Such works have largely become the teachers of the new era of Wicca. Sometimes, however, reading more than a few books may lead to confusion. Authors may make contradictory statements regarding Wiccan ritual practices and concepts. Some may deliberately obscure Wiccan knowledge with mystic prose. The solitary Wiccan, grasping for answers, may only come up with more questions as expert after expert states that her or his way is the best or most effective. This tendency is disappearing in Wiccan books today, but many older books that contain such statements are still in print. One book may state the altar is always in the east, in another the north. An author might write that counterclockwise movement within the circle is forbidden. Another will direct the reader to move in precisely this direction. Dates and names for the Sabbats and Esbats vary widely according to the author. Tools are given, differing names, attributes, and functions. Eventually, the books that originally inspired the new solitary Wiccan may become a source of confusion and despair, and she or he may pack them away, deciding that no real learning can be achieved with them. This is a shame and can be avoided by keeping this concept in mind. Each book is a different teacher. Each teacher has distinct ideas concerning the subject being taught. Think of 4 experienced race car drivers who are teaching beginners. Each instructs his or her student in the basics of this dangerous sport. The fastest engine designs, the best oil, the most effective strategy to use during the races themselves. Each driver teaches this subject in a different way and expresses her or his biases, but they're all teaching, racing. Wiccan books, as teachers, are quite similar. Experience and training have created specific ideals concerning Wicca within each book's writer, and these ideals are clearly presented within her or his books. Divergences of opinion are natural in experts in any field and shouldn't dismay those who are confronted by them. When you're challenged with seemingly contradictory information, examine this information and make a decision as to which to follow. Listen to your intuition, your gut. I call them your witch stinks. In other words, feel free to pick and choose among the published rituals and ritual textbooks to decide what feels right. It's this selectively that will usually prove to be the most effective. I can already hear some of you saying, wait, I could never do that. I wouldn't know if I was doing it right. I need someone to teach me. That's where you come in. You become your own teacher, and books provide some of the lessons. Learn to trust yourself. Settle questions in the best way that you can. Think, pray, experiment. See the next 3 sections of this chapter and just do it. Okay, I'm pretty sure that's making sure I'm correct here. Okay. Books aren't foolproof. Some books contain virtually no accurate information. Many readers are apt to believe anything in print. After all, they say, it's in this book right here. That proves it's true. Unfortunately, nearly anyone can write a book and even have it published. Does this ensure that its contents are true? No. In fact, a few specialty publishers continue to publish lie-packed books describing the satanic nature of Wicca. There is no satanic nature of Wicca. That describe its rites as those of human sacrifice. Nope. Orgies and prayers to the devil. Nope. Such books written by a few virulent, self-styled Christians are easily spotted among others on the shelves by the repeated use of biblical quotations. These hateful tombs have nothing to teach and are best avoided. Other books, while written by scholars or others interested, in accurately recording Wiccan beliefs and practices, many contain misinformation. Most surveys of Wiccan belief, such as by Tanya Luhrmann's Persuasions of the Witch's Craft, are so slanted by the author's bias that little truth has managed to squeeze onto their pages. Again, it's best to avoid books of this nature and all books written by non-Wiccans about Wicca. Another pitfall that may be encountered within books consists of glowing descriptions of negative magic. Such passages are usually found in spell books, not in Wiccan texts. Still, solitary Wiccans are apt to pursue magical texts, and the majority of these describe the wonders of cursing and reveal numerous methods of hexing one's enemies. Such books may otherwise contain fine information, but passages like these can perpetuate the false idea that negative magic is acceptable. No. Material of this nature can be weeded out by a simple recitation of the Wiccan law. Harm none. Finally, some older books by Wiccans contain what seem to be absolute statements of fact that are absolutely false, such as Wicca is a British religion. No, I've heard that there's something called the triad or triad is a term used for British religion. You must be naked in your rites. No. Sexual rites are necessary in Wicca. No. Or our old friend, only a witch can make a witch, i.e., initiation is necessary. These statements are framed within the context of these authors' Wiccan traditions and may be quite correct within them. However, they have no validity to those outside their tradition. Such statements, where they appear in books, needn't concern us. One of the most popular forms of misinformation concerning Wicca are found in books on the ancient history of Wicca. I won't add to this argument, but I will advise you to read tales of ancient Wicca with a great deal of discernment and a large grain of salt. While books aren't infallible sources of information, they can be valuable allies on the solitary path if you keep these things in mind. 1. Books are tools that are meant to be used. They provide lessons. We have to put the lessons to work. 2. Books can't answer every question, but neither can any high priestess or teacher. 3. Be discriminating when reading books. If an author makes wild statements that you know to be untrue, consider the book as a possible source of incorrect information. 4. Mark up your books. Underline with pencils important passages, or use bookmarks to indicate valuable sections. You may wish to add to the index. Many Wiccans do this. Purists may purchase a second copy of the same book and leave this one in pristine condition on the shelf. 5. Combine information from a number of books on a specific topic, such as magic, energy raising, or circle construction. Write notes and study the combined teachings of several books. This may facilitate the process of assimilating and using this information, and will give you a greater chance of finding what's right for you. This process of collecting information, combining it, and utilizing it is one of the most important parts of learning any new skill, profession, hobby, or religion. Number 6, if books are too expensive for your budget, budget differently or haunt used bookstores in your area. Libraries are another possible source of Wiccan books, but don't expect to find them on the shelf. They're usually stolen if openly shelved. Most libraries keep occult books behind the counter or in storage. Some librarians may look with disgust at you for checking out books on Wicca. If this is a problem, say you're working on a paper, ask the person if she or he has a problem, or simply say nothing and stare down the librarian. Actually, most librarians don't care what books are checked out. Number 7, finally, don't see reading as a passive activity. Make it an active process in which you play a vital role. Question everything, even this book and these instructions. Think about what you're learning. Never take an author at her or his word. Search for similar themes. Remember, harm none. Books are wonderful teachers, but we must allow ourselves to hear their messages and trust ourselves so that their lessons can begin to unfold. Thought. I've already mentioned the importance of independent thought during study. This thought process should continue after you've closed the book. Many Wiccan teachers state that the classes that they lead are just the beginning of the lesson, that they should be springboards to continual learning. This can take place only when we reflect upon what we're being taught. This is in direct opposition to the think this way, believe this way attitude of most educational systems in this country. Independent thought thrusts a stick into the spokes of conventional education and is seen as a real threat to the older order. It discourages at any but the highest levels of education and in the most obscure disciplines, master degree programs, medical research, physics, and so on. Thought is often combined with questioning. The question initiates, pardon the pun, the learning process. How do I make a magic circle? Can be answered by reading, then reflecting on what's been learned. This thought process must follow the uncovering of new information if it is to be available for use as needed. Thinking through new materials, such as various methods of casting the circle, allows you to closely examine it to weed out unsatisfactory information. If a published Athame consecration leaves you cold or requires 2 people, you can easily place it in the inactive file of your mind. Thus, thinking about what you've learned is part of the process of elimination and of finding your ideal Wiccan practice. It's an integral aspect of the learning process. Everything stated above applies equally to questions regarding the nature of the goddess and god, reincarnation, morality, and every other aspect of Wiccan belief and practice. Many new solitary Wiccans have a great number of questions regarding the goddess. What does she look like? What's the best method of contacting her? Is she really real? Can I touch her? Where did she come from? Which myths should I use? Many of these and similar questions can be answered through study and thought. Others require prayer and experimentation. Thought should also be combined with feeling. We've been taught to distrust our feelings. In Wicca, however, we can realize that our feelings are usually what attracted us to Wicca in the first place. Would it be wise to toss them aside? I don't think so. Bugs. Intuition. The unexplained knowledge or feeling that makes itself known in our conscious minds. How you doing? Is a form of psychic awareness. Use of this tool while learning Wicca is of the utmost importance, for it's the filter through which you can evaluate questionable information. Your reactions to this information may profoundly affect your final decisions. Thought, then, is a necessary part of learning solitary Wicca. It can be summed in the following manner. 1. Determine questions if necessary. 2. Study to uncover knowledge. 3. Determine your feelings concerning this knowledge. Rely on your intuition. 4. Based on this, determine what information is applicable to your solitary Wiccan practice. Such processes are necessary for solitary Wiccans. Reflect on what you've studied. Trust yourself, your intuition, your your gut instinct, your feelings, and learn. Okay, and the next bit is about prayer, and then, of course, the experimentation. So, but that's a lot for the brain to handle. So, you can tell I've done this a few times. I'm going to give that a break, but I promised that I would at least read something out of, Living Wicca today. Once I realized, oh yeah, I just recently found that it was in the bedroom, and it was on the bottom shelf of my little tiny desk that I have in there at the foot of the bed and off to the left, because I sleep on the left side of the bed and Chris usually sleeps on the right side. So when you walk into our bedroom, the side that you see first, that's right next to what used to be a roll top desk, that's my side. You'll see a smaller pillow on top of a bigger pillow. There will be no sheet or no cover and of any kind on my side of the bed, but the side of the bed that has a sheet on it just laying there, that's what Chris covers up with the majority of the time. He doesn't like things bunched up underneath him. He doesn't like he can't have his he has to uncover his feet a lot of times because it helps him to regulate his body temperature. When you see me smacking myself, don't think that I've fucking lost it, okay? Don't insult me in such a manner. And I only say that mostly to the people that maybe is watching this or will and don't know me yet. Best thing I can tell you, get to know me, don't judge, okay? Because I'm not the bad guy here. I'm not here to cause trouble. I'm not here to say, come on, be Wiccan like me and we'll conquer the world. No, that's not the practice of Wicca, okay? The shortest and simplest version and the most, I think, widely accepted from what my witch stinks are telling me and my spirit family, it's one thing to read about magic. It's one thing to read about Wicca, okay? Just so you can gain a better understanding of it, because this is a big world. Eventually, you're going to run into some witches. You're going to run into some Wiccans. You're going to want to run into some eclectics. Now, eclectics are more various with their magic practices. Like sometimes they'll do a Buddhist style practice. Sometimes they'll do Hindu. Sometimes they'll do Catholic. Sometimes Jewish. You never know. But reading about it and learning about it and educating yourself just for the knowledge is not you joining the coven, okay? It's not you signing up to be Wiccan because it's like, wow, you seem to know all about that. No, I don't know all about it. It is a shamanic religion, okay? It literally says that in the Wicca Solitary Practitioner Guide, Chapter 1. Shamanism. Some of the very first magics that ever took place was the cavemen drawing the pictures on the walls in their caves, their dwellings, and Native Americans. When the Indians came along and the different tribes formed and whatnot, you would have a medicine woman, right? Or a medicine man, or depending on the type of tribe you were in, you might have both. Because let's face it, there's going to be times when one of you are going to be off gallivanting around, getting some more herbs, learning, doing whatever. And then, so one needs to always be in the village, right? Dances with wolves. I don't remember who the shaman was with that, but or if they played on that at all. It's a damn good movie, but it's really hard for me to watch because it's a tearjerker, and I don't like tearjerkers. I mean, they're okay on occasion. Okay, don't get me wrong. But like there are times when you're gonna wake up and go, "What the Haiti hoop was I thinking when I got involved with you? I wish I never had." And then there's going to be other days where you're going to feel completely the opposite of that. But because it is so prominent in my family, like literally in my bio family, um, there's always been a lot of conflict. There's always been a lot of, differences of opinion and different perspectives on things. Some of them right, some of them not, some of them exaggerated, some of them didn't happen at all. Okay. I um in this lifetime, from the age of, actually I was doing it before 13, but because when I 13 is the year of the Halloween of my 13th year, which I'm pretty sure was like either 82 or 83 because I was born in 69. So 79 would be 10, 89 would be 20, 88 would be 19, 87 would be 18, 86 would be 7, 18, 19, 8, 18, 17, 16. I know it's like it's either 82 or 83. So 69, so 10 and 79 is 10, 89 is 20. So 88 would be 19. 87 would be 18. 86 would be 17. 85 would be 16. 84 would be 15. 83 would be 14. 82 would be 13. So yeah. 1982, March 31st of 1982. I remember that day well. You've probably heard me say this on other live streams before. So if you want to go back and challenge yourself to find that particular one, go ahead, have fun with it. If you want me to recite it again, I will, just simply because I haven't in a while. And also maybe do some of what I have done on Maybon in the past. Okay. When my oldest son, Michael, was the age of 3, which would have been 1993. Okay. I was living with a good friend of mine named George. I won't give his last name for his privacy, and I don't know if him and I parted on good terms or not. So I love him. I miss him dearly. We tried to date for a short time, but it just didn't work. And he's a Scorpio. I'm a Capricorn. It's one of those combinations, not to be like X-rated or anything, but this is why this is not for kids, because I would not talk about sex, related stuff when there's a possibility kids could be watching these live streams with their parents. But I'm trying to think of a more simplified version of that night. Okay, Maybon. Let's go with Maybon. In the year of 93, so it would have been September 21st of 93, I and my son Michael were living with George, and I pretty much grew up with George and his 2 brothers, Steve and Bob. Steve was my crush, man. I was like stupid over that guy for like ever, and even to this day. I'm still crushing on him. But they were a cool family. They ended up living next door to us. One of the places we lived, one of the apartment complexes, like all the way back in the 70s, it would have been. Um, Bobby was the youngest of the three brothers, and he had a thing for me. I wanted nothing to do with him in that way. I would have maybe tried to be his friend, but I did not want him. And he tried to force himself on me more than one occasion, or at least there was definitely one that he did force himself on me. There was a shit ton of people in the room, and nobody said a damn thing or stopped him or nothing. He literally held me up against the wall, either by my neck or he held me in place where I couldn't move. And he said, "I'm not letting you go unless you kiss me." And I'm like, "No, I don't want to kiss you. I'm not letting you go till you kiss me." And Bobby, he was one of those slobberers. It's like, ew, disgusting. If I wanted your fucking spit, then I'd say, spit in my mouth, but no, thank you. He had a thing for me, and he was fucking creepy about it. And I was just a kid. I don't think I was even in my teens yet. And this guy's got the hots for me. I'm like, no, you little horny bastard. You're not getting this hunk of white meat, and I was so disappointed and let down by the people in that room because they were the adults. They knew me. They knew I didn't like Bobby. They knew I didn't feel that way about him. They should have had the decency to, hey man, leave her alone. They thought it was funny. They were fucking laughing about it. And I'm like, excuse me, what is funny here? Because I'm not laughing. You know, this guy is forcing himself on me, and I'm jailbait, like all over the place. He's creeping me out. I don't want nothing to do with him that way, and it's just they just let him do it. And I was like, oh, no, no, no. When I finally got away from him, I went to one of my adults. It might have been my mom or somebody, because knowing my mom, she would be the one she would resolve the situation no matter what it took. And no matter how much of that fierce lioness bitch that she would have to be to get the point across, she would do it. So in 93, the house that me and George and Michael lived in was, it was over on Brell. I can't remember the number part of the address, I don't think, but it was a cute little house. It was literally right across from Brewer Coat Factory. BREWER, the dog, the big sign when you're going over a certain freeway and you're near the West Side Bottoms. Yeah, right there. And it was a cute little house, had a tiny little front porch, had a nice garage. I don't think we ever got into the garage, though. Or, yeah, we couldn't get into it, or nobody seemed to have the key or some crap. I don't remember. But next to the garage, some previous owners had made a giant chain link fence, and they made it like several feet tall. They had a big ass makeshift dog house out there. So apparently they had a big dog of some kind. And, that was where I did my first initial consecration and my beginning journey on the path of developing a closer relationship with the goddess and God. Okay. In the Wicca Solitary Practitioner Guide, there in chapter 12, they give you the ceremony. It's really simple, easy to do. You can do it with a friend, have fun with it. And here's the thing, guys. Magic is all around us. Okay. Magic is simply energy. Just like we are energy. In order to exist proper in the earthen realm, which is here, this is Earth. This is the material world. This is where you have to have a human form, But it doesn't mean you're not something else inside. Any Grimm fans out there? I would want to be a unicorn, but I would want to be one of the nice ones, one of the nice races, not anything that did anything to kill, unalive somebody, or, ritualistic sacrifice or any crap like that. Nope, not for me. Don't even. I don't want that crap. Okay. Get off of me, you flippin' bugs. I swear. So I took some blankets, covered the cage. So I had privacy. It was summertime and nobody bothered me. I was very grateful to the goddess. But the gist of it is you have to find the location. Um, and if you're wondering, well, why do you have to, what's so important about the location? The only way I'm gonna be able to explain it to you is I'm gonna have to get my other book over here and at least read that part of it to you. So you'll go, oh, I see. Besides, I got to see about the Maybon dragon too, because September is here. And if there's another color dragon statue I need to get, then I want to get it right away. So, eek. All right. You guys will love this. I need to get the family Wicca book. I thought I had it, and I might. I don't know. It's been too long ago since I last seen it. But I have so many magic books, guys. It's not even funny. I'm not saying I have all of them, but I have a pretty damn good collection. Okay. This is the Wicca Solitary Practitioner Guide by Scott Cunningham. This is my Wiccan Bible, y'all. This is the one I learned out of. Okay. Now remember what I told you about shamanism, right? Let me get over here to it. Here we go. Chapter 1. And then I promise I'll make sure and do the dedication after this one. Wicca and shamanism. What time is it? Yep, it's looking like a witch night. It's 3:11, but oh well. I just go with it. Shamanism has been defined as the first religion. Did you know that? It existed prior to the earliest civilizations, before our ancestors took the first steps down the long journey to the present. Prior to this time, the shamans were the medicine people, the power wielders, male and female. They wrought magic and spoke to the spirits of nature. The shamans were the first humans with knowledge. They created, discovered, nurtured, and used it. Knowledge is power. Women and men who possessed it in those far-flung days were shamans. How did shamans capture or discover this power? Through ecstasy, alternate states of consciousness in which they communed with the forces of the universe. Early shamans first attained this state through the use of such tools as fasts, F-A-S-T-S, thirsts, T-H-I-R-S-T-S, self-infliction of pain, ingestion of hallucinogenic substances, concentration, and so on. Once mastered, these techniques allowed them to gain awareness of other non-physical worlds. Through such awareness, I think it says shifts, all magical knowledge was obtained. Conference with spirits and deities, plants and animals, opened up new vistas of learning. Among their own people, the shamans often shared some of this knowledge, but reserved the rest for personal use. Shamanic lore wasn't for public consumption. Later, shamans advanced in the use of tools to facilitate these awareness shifts, making the advent of magical ritual. Shamans around the world still use tools such as drums, rattles, reflective objects, music, chants, and dance. Indeed, the most effective shamanic rites are those that utilize both natural and artificial tools. A sighing wind, roaring ocean, flickering firelight, steady drum beat, hiss of a rattle. These combined with darkness and chants eventually overwhelm the senses, forcing a shifting from awareness of the physical world to the vaster realm of energies. Such are shamanic rites that exist to this day. From these primitive beginnings arose all magic and religion. including Wicca. Despite current controversy as to the antiquity of Wicca, it is spiritually descended from such rites. Though refined and changed for our world, Wicca still touches our souls and causes ecstasy, awareness shifts, uniting us with deity. Many of the techniques of Wicca are shamanic in origin. Wicca, therefore, can be described as a shamanic religion. As with shamanism, only a select few feel compelled to enter its circle of light. Today, Wicca has dropped these ordeals of pain and the use of hallucinogens in favor of chanting, meditation, concentration, visualization, music, dance, invocations, and ritual drama. With these spiritual tools, the Wicca achieve a state of ritual consciousness, similar to those attained by the most brutal shamanic ordeals. I deliberately use the term alternate states of consciousness. Such changed consciousness states aren't unnatural, but are a deviation from the normal waking consciousness. Wicca teaches that nature includes a broad spectrum of mental and spiritual states of which most of us are ignorant. Effective Wiccan ritual enables us to slip into such states, allowing communication and communion with the goddess and God. Unlike some religions, Wicca doesn't view deity as distant. The goddess and God are both within ourselves and manifest in all nature. This is the universality. There is nothing that isn't of the gods. A study of shamanism reveals much of the heart of magical and religious experience in general, and Wicca in particular. See bibliography for recommended books. With ritual as a means to enter ritual consciousness. The shaman or Wicca constantly expands his or her knowledge, and knowledge is power. Wicca helps its practitioners to understand the universe and our place within it. At present, Wicca is a religion with many variations. Because it is such a personally structured system, I can only state generalities about its creed and form here, filtered through my experience and knowledge to create a picture of the nature of Wicca. Wicca, in common with many other religions, recognizes deity as dual. It reveres both the goddess and the god. They are equal, warm, and loving, not distant or resident in heaven or the Elysian fields or whatever witches call the happy place, but omnipresent throughout the universe. Wicca also teaches that the physical world is one of many realities. The physical is not the absolute highest expression, nor is the spiritual purer than the base. The only difference between the physical and the spiritual is that the former is denser. As in Eastern religions, Wicca also embraces the doctrine of reincarnation. That much misunderstood subject. Unlike some Eastern philosophies, however, Wicca doesn't teach that upon physical death, our souls will reincarnate in anything other than a human body. Also, few of the Wicca believes we began our existence as rocks, trees, snails, or birds before we evolved to the point where we could incarnate as human beings. Though these creatures and substances do possess a type of soul, it's not the sort we humans have. Reincarnation is accepted as fact by many millions in the East and West. It answers many questions. What happens after death? Why do we seem to remember things we've never done in this life? Why are we sometimes strangely attracted to places or people who we've never before seen? Surely reincarnation can't answer all these questions, but it is there for those who wish to study it. This isn't something that should be believed. Through contemplation, meditation, and self analysis, many come to the point where they accept reincarnation as fact. For more information on this chapter, see Chapter 10, The Spiral of Rebirth. The Wiccan ideal of morality is simple. Do what you want, as long as you harm none. This rule contains another unwritten condition. Do nothing that will harm yourself. Thus, if you, as a Wicca, abuse your body, deny it the necessities of life, or otherwise harm yourself, you're in violation of this principle. This is more than survival. It also ensures that you'll be in good condition to take on the tasks of preserving and bettering our world, for concern and love for our planet play major roles in Wicca. Wicca is a religion that utilizes magic. This is one of its most appealing and unique features. Religious magic? This isn't as strange as it might seem. Catholic priests use magic to transform a piece of bread into the body of a long deceased savior. Prayer, a common tool in many religions, is simply a form of concentration and communication with deity. If the concentration is extended, energies are sent out with the thoughts that may, in time, make the prayer come true. Prayer is a form of religious magic. Magic is the practice of moving natural, though little understood, energies to effect needed change. In Wicca, magic is used as a tool to sanctify ritual areas and to improve ourselves and the world in which we live. Many people confuse Wicca and magic as if the two words were interchangeable. Wicca is a religion that embraces magic. If you seek only to practice magic, Wicca probably isn't the answer for you. Another fundamental point: magic isn't a means of forcing nature to do your will. This is a completely erroneous idea, fostered by the belief that magic is somehow supernatural, as if anything that exists can be outside of nature. Magic is natural. It is a harmonious movement of energies to create needed change. If you wish to practice magic, all thoughts of it being paranormal or supernatural must be forgotten. Most Wiccans don't believe in predestination. Although we honor and revere the goddess and god, we know that we're free souls with full control and responsibility of our lives. We can't point at an image of an evil god such as Satan and blame it for our faults and weaknesses. We can't blame fate. Every second of each day, we're creating our futures, shaping the courses of our lives. Once a Wiccan takes full responsibility for all that she or he has done in this life and past ones, and determines that future actions will be in accord with higher ideals and goals, magic will blossom and life will be a joy. That perhaps is at the core of Wicca. It is a joyous union with nature. The earth is a manifestation of divine energy. Wicca's temples are flower-splashed meadows, forests, beaches, and deserts. When a Wicca is outdoors, she or he is actually surrounded by sanctity, much as is a Christian when entering a church or cathedral. Additionally, all nature is constantly singing to us, revealing her secrets. Wiccans listen to the earth. They don't shut out the lessons that she is so desperately trying to teach us. When we lose touch with our blessed planet, we lose touch with deity. There are some of the basic principles. These are some of the basic principles of Wicca. They are the true Wicca. The rituals and myths are secondary to these ideals and serve to celebrate them. The Standing Stones Book of Shadows ritual book, included in Section 3 in this book, is a guide to constructing your own ritual. Because these rituals are outer form only, you needn't be chained to them. Change rites as the mood strikes you. As long as the rite attunes you with the deities, all is fine. Don't shut out the physical world in favor of the spiritual or magical realms, for only through nature can we experience these realities. We are here on the earth for a reason. Do, however, use ritual to expand your awareness so that you are truly at one with all creation. The way is open. The ancient goddess and god await within and around you. May they bless you with wisdom and power. Now, I'm sorry, but that doesn't sound evil to me. What do you think? I didn't hear any baby killings or any crap like that. Here we go. Self-dedication. Freaking chapped lips, I swear. Here it is. A self-dedication rite. But we will save that for at least a little bit of a break. Didn't I see one down here? Yes. Because there have been times in the past, certainly, when, I felt like I could handle a situation, or let's do this kind of ritual and see what happens, or ooh, let's mess with this person and yeah, the kind of stuff that you see young people and some people doing to each other and to others. And it's not right, guys. It's not right. It's not funny. It's not pleasant. It's bullying. Okay? Outright, it's bullying. Let me see if Mabon. Okay, chapter 8, Lunasa. Autumnal equinox and the harvest dragons. Okay, so hopefully this is it. Lore of the Harvest Dragons, Autumnal Equinox. Oh, wow. I keep forgetting how much information there is for each one of these guys. Okay, come on now. All right. Okay. Yes, I know, stomach, you're hungry. So what else is new? Okay, the journey begins anew. An Aurora Boreas, Dragon and Dragon Seeker, Magical Dragons. Okay, so let's see. Let me go back one and see. Lunasa and the Dragons of Victory. Okay. So I guess we'll go with Autumnal Equinox, because the dragon that I was trying to find for Mabon, it's got to be Harvest Dragon. Dragon Communion. Full Harvest Dragon Communion. So I like that they give you a short version of a ritual you can do and a longer, more elaborate one if you feel the need to go all out, you know. Um, but at least I'm getting some books lined up because this is why I need to get out of here. I need to get into a bigger place. I want to have my office to do my supernatural stuff, my astrology stuff, my parapsychology, supernatural, paranormal, witchy, psychic, angel oracle. I mean, I'm yeah, it's really interesting. The Craft Companion, A Witch's Journal, Dorothy Morrison. Now, I met Dorothy Morrison, and I loved her dearly. She was a sweetheart. I got a photo of her and everything. Let's see. To determine if the object of your affection is true to you, stone spell for prophetic dreams. Just to give you an example, I'll read off a few. For dreams filled with prophecy or visions of the future, all you need is a small piece of citrine. Hold the stone firmly between your palms and enchant it by saying, Stone of wonder, stone of might, stone that shines deep in the night, shine into the future deep and bring its visions while I sleep. Continue to hold the stone until you feel a pulsing sensation. Then place it beneath your pillow inside the case. Prophetic dreams will come for as long as it stays there. To determine if the object of your affections is true to you. I did this one on Chris one time. I think he passed it, but I made the mistake of telling him what it was for because he was curious, and I think somehow he knew it was something magical related. So being a witch and all, you would think that he'd be like, sure, babe, go ahead. What are we doing? Pick a sprig of basil or purchase the fresh herb at your local supermarket on the new moon. Enchant it by saying, Basil, basil, hear my plea. Do now what I ask of thee. Stay fresh and green if love is true, but shrivel if it's not on cue. Place the sprig into the hand of the one you love. If it shrivels up right away, someone else holds the key to his or her heart. If it doesn't, your love is true to you. Now, I only did this to him once, and I think he knew something was up. For general financial gain. For this spell, you'll need a penny, nickel, dime, and quarter, and a green candle. Wait until a Thursday morning, then arrange the coins around the candle in a circle. Light the candle and say, bring cash now, send it on its way. Bring it now, right here today. Visualize yourself being surrounded by money. Let the candle burn all the way down. Carry the coins with you. Now, I actually still have this one that I need to redo. Spell to kindle romance. To bring about romance that makes you weak in the knees. Yes, please. I think I deserve it. Gather 6 red rosebuds and a pink candle. Arrange the rosebuds in the shape of a heart in front of the candle. Then light the wick as you chant, Venus, goddess of romance, help me in this loving dance. Give me what I most desire by the light of candle fire. After the candle burns out, place the rosebuds in your pillowcase. How about that? Morning Thanksgiving prayer. I do this one every day. To ensure a joyous and productive prayer, start each morning by lighting a white candle and saying the following prayer. You'll be amazed at the blessings you'll receive. I give you thanks for all you do, for obstacles and smooth roads too. for challenges that make me grow, and all the pleasant things that show that you are looking after me. I thank you, ancients. Blessed be. Toast for luck and general success. To obtain the sun's blessings of good luck and general success, rise just before dawn, fill a glass with orange juice, and take it outside, facing east just as the sun crests the horizon. Hold the glass high and toast the sun by saying, O mighty sun of warmth and light, O sun of power and of might, look down on me this gorgeous day and send good fortune now my way. So, how about that? A blessing for kitchen herbs. A chant for creativity. Baking spell to obtain wishes and desires. The wishing well. Earth appreciation spell. Blessing for privacy. Spell for strong family bonds or lasting friendships. Spell to call the fairies and fae. Spell to keep from running out of gas. Chant for better communication skills. To dispel troubles with oral or written communication, call on Sarasvati, the goddess of eloquence, by chanting, O Sarasvati, come right now. I need your help, so please allow the honor of your presence here. Let all my words ring loud and clear. I'm doing that one. I better write it down here, and probably what's going to be my last page of this book. No, wait. Nope, there's 2 more pages. Okay, that'll work. All right. I think this, at this point, especially, this one is standing out to me. And this is the first time I've gotten this book out to even look at it. I feel the pull to do this for me and Chris. Because chant for better communication skills. Okay. To dispel troubles with oral or written communication. Okay. Call on Sarasvati. Okay. Written down. That was just me stamping my foot and my leg because I felt a roach crawling up it. So, see how disgusting the situation is I'm currently living in and why I want to get the fuck out of here, away from this neighborhood. It's dangerous. It's getting bad again. Daryl is on one of his Jekyll and Hyde bends where he's purposely, carelessly, thoughtlessly leaving the back door open, even after he knows that John has, and so has Joe, already said, look, I'm tired of my shit getting stolen. So, stop leaving the fucking door open. And that's just, that is the main thing, the main drag about, the price that you pay when you try to be friends with Big D. Spell for personal power, spell to bring rain, spell for a special need, spell for healing, simple spell binding, dandelion spell for psychic power, spell for grounding scattered energy, chant for inspiration, personal path spell, chaos removal chant, nightmare removal spell. To keep nightmares at bay, hold a piece of citrine in your hand while visualizing peaceful sleep and gentle dreams. Then hold the stone to your third eye, the spot between your eyebrows, and say, as I go to sleep at night, exterminate dreams that bring me fright. Keep them far away from me, as I will, so mote it be. Place the stone beneath your bed, and nightmares will be a thing of the past. Now, this one I definitely want to write down and possibly do, but I'll use the light green this time to kind of, I color coordinate to separate things so I can not, end up looking at the wrong thing. And I knew it was in here somewhere, and I've got plenty of citrine to do it. So I'm definitely going to do it. And the trick is, though, that I have not found a proper solution to yet is, once I get it down under the bed, how do I keep my cats from bothering it, and finding it and losing it, God knows where. And I remembered I had this book. This was one that picked me a while back. I got this from, what the heck was the name of the bookstore? I want to say it might have been like a Barnes and Noble or something. Okay, Nightmares at Bay. The trick is finding a way to put it in place where the cats can't dislodge it, but I can keep it under my bed on my side to, keep nightmares away. See, this is what happens when I get so magically far behind that it's like I don't even want to think about how long it could take me to get caught up. I'm just trying to utilize the time the best way that I can, and may it go slow and steady, and, may it feel like I had like a whole 2 weeks to myself or whatever. And I have no idea if me and Normia will decide of a place to go and something to do today or not. A lot of it is going to depend. Peaceful sleep and gentle dreams. Then hold the stone to your third eye. Sorry. See, it seems like I'm fucking being a psychotic and smacking at myself. No, it's these fucking bugs. And, nothing is more annoying than having fucking bugs constantly crawling on you and treating you like a fucking smorgasbord of a personal blood bank. Right. Keep them far away from me. As I will somewhere to be. Sorry, guys, I'm still writing here. Trying to focus. Because a while back, I forget what it was. Something had fallen down behind the bed on my side of the bed, right? And it fell at the head of the bed. We don't have a what word am I looking for? I'm so tired. I'm getting slap happy, I think. Give me a minute. Oh, right. Thank you. I was shit, I keep losing it. Dang it, come on. This is humiliating and embarrassing. And because of the way my voice has got kind of like a little squeaky to it, I hope to heck I'm not coming down sick, because if I am, I'm in trouble, people. Because with my high blood pressure and everything, especially, I really need to be careful about. I can't take the Alka Seltzer cold and flu that I like. The Alka Seltzer Plus, they dissolve in the water. You drink it down. Because of my high blood pressure, I can't take that. And when I get sick, that's the kind of stuff I would prefer to take, or Theraflu. But even the Theraflu, I have to read first to make sure that it's not dangerous to use in that fashion. Um, oh, shoot. I'm trying to think of what to do to get something to eat too, because I mean, yeah, I could probably make another pizza. But to be honest, I wish I had something as simple as just a ramen, some ramen noodles. That would just make things so much easier. But anyway, I had a giant citrine before. I mean, that thing was like the size of a freaking softball, and it was rough. So, oh man. I don't remember where I got it, but I got it from somewhere. To see past lives. Um, there's a lot of good ones in here, and I also have the other book that goes with this. That's called The Craft, and it's the same design on the front of the book and everything. So, as you can see, I do try to take it upon myself to do a variety of what I call my bits and pieces, magic books. Ones that I myself personally have learned from. Um, got good results with it. I need to start making up a daily itinerary to do, just to keep me organized and to keep me balanced in the goings on, around me, kind of like dividing the time up between, what day, for instance, do I want to go up and see Chris again? Um, yeah, I've got to eat something. I wish there was something quicker that I could make. Like, I would do a bowl of cold cereal right now, but I'm pretty sure the milk that's in the fridge right now is spoiled and has gone bad. And even though it's 2% milk, I'm not about to take the chance, of drinking it. But I may have to just break down and, eat myself another mini pizza. But this time, instead of cutting it into 4 little pieces, just cut it in half and do 2 big pieces and then pull them apart so that way they cool quicker. Yeah, I think he is. I think I would say that Chris is definitely anxious to get home, by now. But you do the crime, you do the time, right? So I was trying to think of a good place to put these, and I'll put them there. Magic spells. Hopefully I'll finally get around to doing them today. Well, guys, I've been on here over 3 hours. It's 10 to 4. Oh, Lord. Blessed be. Love you all. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Smash the bell icon. Make a positive comment. Let me know you saw the video. And kindness, please. No, oh, it's boring and blah, blah, blah. I don't want to be insulted. Okay. If I want that, I'll go on TikTok in the middle of the day when all the punks are on that give me grief. Blessed be my moon children. My Coven Moon Dance is still open. I would consider members if anybody would bother reaching out to me and letting me know if they want to do it or not. So, love y'all. Blessed be. Bye for now. Be good to yourselves and be good to others.